every word to like The Killing Moon, and Kurt was like, man, this music you used to like, it's so romantic, you know? I was like, yeah, okay.
That's sweet.
But I did like Flipper. Like, we had very common ground with Flipper. But I mean, Black Flag, none of that. It wasn't me. And I'll be the first to admit it.
Not many people will anymore. Yeah.
Well, that's what I think. I think you should admit the embarrassing stuff.
Yeah.
I think the embarrassing stuff it makes you more vulnerable, and it's like, it's cooler.
Yeah.
Stooges, Velvet Underground, yeah. My influences, you know, it's like Butthole Surfers, like, oh, shut up. You know, every word to like Pretty in Pink backwards, you know. You guys still fighting yet?
He's real depressed.
Yeah. Jimmy's real depressed too.
How did you come to be involved in Sid and Nancy?
Well, me and my friend Jennifer, we were punk rock extras. And,
as a profession, or
yeah, that's what we did, like, you know, for a living. And you know, even like in the Gen X book, down to like the infamous Quincy Chips episode, me and Finch were in the Quincy. We were in the Quincy episode. You know, I mean that you couldn't get any more Gen X than that. So we would like get these like big like mohair, you know, their idea of punk with these big funny fake mohawks and stuff, and that's how I met Pat Smear, and I thought it was fascinating because I got to like see movies being made, you know, being from Oregon, whatever, and New Zealand, and so they had advertised. Actually, Alex Cox had advertised in Maximum Rock and Roll and Flipside, and it was an open call, and I just went, and you know. And there was a scene, the scene you were supposed to try, you had the girl, Nancy had a Harrods bag, and she goes, oh my God, I look like Stevie Nicks in the mirror, and I could really relate to that line, so I did rather well. And then on my callback, I had a callback, and then I brained Alex with a picture, I brained him over the head, and he kind of liked that, and so, you know, I made the short list, and thank God I didn't get that part. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to have a band.
Yeah,
probably
your
be
life
dead.
would have taken a different direction, obviously.
I mean, I would have been the world's biggest loser, worse than I am. I mean, I would never have been able to have a band. And, you know, then after that, I did that one the terrible movie.
And how terrible was it? Well, it was director Alex Cox's post-punk catastrophe Straight to Hell, which Love was featured with former Clash singer Joe Strummer, Elvis Costello, The Pogues, Grace Jones, and, why not, Dennis Hopper.
You ought to show me some respect, baby.
Yeah, what's the matter? So you guys blow the job?
Blow it! Tell him to shut up! Look out, man!
I ended up making friends with Joe Strummer on that movie, and I never liked The Clash. I never liked The Clash at all. It's totally not, like, it was a boy thing. To me, you know, but I mean, I lived in his basement. I quite liked him, and he was real protective of me. And of all the people around me, he was the only one that was like, I'm going to Minneapolis to start a garage band with my friend, and everyone was like, how could you do that? You know, you're with Triad. You know, it was horrible. I mean, I was getting sent up for things like Casual Sex, that movie, the Ivan Wright movie. It was an awful, awful 3-4 month period, and I just got fatter and fatter and more miserable, and it was like the goal, I guess, the objective was to be famous for the sake of being famous. You know, what's that for?
Had you been writing songs all this time?
I'd been writing lyrics. I wasn't much of a good guitarist. As a matter of fact, Joe Strummer said to me that night in that bar, when I was like, I'm going to do it, he's like, you are the worst guitar player I've ever heard. And I'd only just really started in earnest, but, and I have gotten a lot better. But
you're a good guitar player now. Your guitarist Eric was saying that he learned stuff from you.
I am fine, you know, I mean, I'm fine. I have a style. And, you know, it's like, what's funny is a lot of the songs are complete Bauhaus ripoffs with total and